Greg, 35-12 career night for you. Just take me through what you saw out there that allowed you to have the opportunity you had to go off.
I just realized they were playing me one-on-one, and it was just, I feel like it was easier to create, and they were focused on me trying to back them down, and it just felt like it was easier for myself to score and allow my teammates to get open and create opportunities for them also. So, I just seen Green, like Green mean go. So I just felt like, we beat him out in transition and outrun him. And I feel like, it was just a race.
JQ, you get to start tonight with Iona not available. You have a productive night yourself. The next man up mentality, how much has that really helped you blossom in your first year here?
It's been a lot, especially coming from Coach Tobin. He has so much confidence in me. He tells me every day, just be aggressive, just be you. And when I be me, good things happen. I just got to get out of my head and just be myself.
Now, you were going to play for him no matter what, whether he was at FDU or here at Iona. What about him and his system allows your game to thrive?
I like the way Tobin just let his players play. Like, he won't hold you back. If you make a mistake, it's the next play. He wants you to be aggressive and make plays.
Jeremiah, just going to the basket today seemed to be the outlook, the plan for the game. How did you feel about that, just taking the ball to the hoop whenever you could?
I feel like if you drive, you should get fouled. You should finish through contact. But I feel like today I seen a lot of openness because they was in zone a lot, so I drove the gaps. And then when they was in man, they switched a lot of ball screens. So I worked on that all week to get to the basket and score.
And 6-9 shooting, good shooting night for you. Are you gaining confidence? You had a good game up in Albany last week and another one here tonight.
Yes, I'm gaining a lot of confidence. Like I said, it's Coach Tobin putting a lot of confidence into me, telling me to stay aggressive, keep being me, and whatever happens, happens.
And Greg,
could you describe what happened during the 11-0 Fairfield run to start the game and then everything else?
Man, it happened so fast, actually. It caught us off guard, made a couple bad passes, a couple mistakes, not putting hands up. And, Tobin, as you can see, he got into his first media timeout. He's yelling at us, and he's fuming. So it was just like, all right, well, we're not trying to deal with the consequences of losing this game or even fumbling this game off of a 11-0 run at the start of the game. So mentality, I think actually all of our minds just synced in, and it was like, lock in, like let's lock in and make it work. We fought back, and then we got the rolling, and we didn't look back.
Yeah.
What about the press after you picked up following that timeout? Really caught them off guard, and how much do you feel you've improved with that?
As far as the press?
Yeah.
Oh, the press is definitely, people might not agree with the press at certain times. And, I feel like Tobin does a good job at incorporating us and letting us know, the press is that's what our team is. If we're going to be known for anything, we're known for the team that will press and the team that will try to drive teams out and run them out the gym. So the press is definitely a lot easier for us as far as speeding teams up and getting them uncomfortable. And we played Fairfield before, so we knew the press is something that would get under their skin.
JQ was talking about how he's gained his confidence himself. Now, as one of the more experienced players on the team, how much have you seen him evolve, and what can you say about how much he's picked up?
Man, you see it. I'm happy for him. I hang out with him every day. I hang out with this guy every day. So to see him from when he first got here and saying man, I don't know how this is gonna go for me. I don't know if this is the fit. I don't know if I can do it like this. At some point it was just you gotta either shut up and knuck up. And he bucked up and he got to where he needed to be. And there's way more room for improvement from both of us and the whole team. But if there was an award for most improved, he got it. So.
Greg, what was the difference tonight in closing the game out compared to Niagara and Quinnipiac?
Those were the mistakes. Those were the lessons that we learned that we didn't want to three-peat. We definitely thought to ourselves look, we need to close this game out. And every time we huddle, we just the word the constant word was close out. Close it out. We don't want to sit here. We don't want to miss free throws. We don't want to sit here and make simple mistakes. So Fairfield's at the top of the conference, and Quinnipiac's at the top, and Niagara's at the top also. And we fumbled games really close. So we definitely weren't trying to have another repeat of that. So those are things that are running through our mind because we remember every time we get into a media timeout, I say less than 8 minutes and we're up 9 or so. You know, Don always says like we've been here before. You know, and I feel like that right there brings everybody together and locks everybody in.
Greg, do you ever think about, I mean, it might be too early to ask this question, but after tonight's performance of 35 points, how far you've come from junior college till tonight?
Oh, I think about it every day. Every day, you know. I was just in junior college eating noodles, you know. And we have a whole calf now, so you know, I think about it every day, like the jump from junior college. You know, one of my mentors, he always says like, oh, like you won't ever adjust to D1 until December, January, you know. And I mean, I always told him like, I'll be fine, like I'll adjust. And it's January right now, and I'm adjusting pretty well. So you know, he knows a little bit. So I think about it all the time, you know. And I'm just grateful to be here, and I'm just trying to keep it rolling.
Jeremiah, you were part of that stretch at the end where you guys were locked in at the free throw line. Both of you guys made clutch shots down the stretch. Did anything change compared to earlier in the game, or how do you approach those moments?
Those moments, I just feel like I'm one of the best free throw shooters on the team with my percentage. So I just try to get the ball in my hands to knock down free throws. Me and Greg had it going. So I'd rather be in our two hands to finish the game up.
JQ, you, on a night where this team didn't shoot that well from the line, you did again.
Yep.
What is it you think that allows you to be such a great foul shooter?
Practice. Putting 100 free throws every day, after practice, before practice. I just know when I get to that line, I need to knock shots down. I got poked in my eye.
Right.
Greg, in the first half, you know, you're down 19-14, and you got a couple of quick shots, couple of back-to-back drives for points, and you know, you really fueled that comeback. You know, in the first half, it was 42-20, and then you had another hot streak when Fairfield was trying to close it. You know, you had a drive and made a couple of points there. Just were you really feeling good about your offense tonight?
Yeah, you know, it got to the point where at some point they started doubling me, you know, and I felt like, you know, if they double me, like, they're going to leave somebody open because the 4 people I'm on the floor with, they can shoot the ball, Oz, Wes, JQ, and JB, you know, and I just felt like, you know, my mentality going into the game is always the most physical man wins, but, you know, it's not the greatest mentality, but that's the mentality I set for myself. I was like, the most physical man wins, like, you know, they're going to come in here and it's about who's tougher at the end of the stretch, you know, and I just felt like that's who I am. So.
And you've won 4 out of 5 of your conference games. Are you really starting to feel like you're playing your best basketball or getting better?
Definitely playing better, yeah. Best basketball? No, not yet.
Not yet.
We got another ceiling to tap into.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thanks, guys.